Greetings and salutations, this is Sudaku with State of Machinations, and this is in fact a Unity video. Damn glasses, I swear, they're so reflective. So, you might be wondering why I'm on screen instead of just cutting right into the Unity video. This was supposed to be another episode that had Scott and the rest of them in it, but we recorded this at his dorm on a friend's headset that we didn't realize was having some problems with the microphone on it. It's actually set at Turtle Beaches like these, but the microphone is really choppy. So unless you want audio that sounds like this, you'll put up with a little bit of post commentary. Now, my apologies to Scott. I would have liked to have him on the video again, but he's out of town as of me finding this. I just found it when I went to edit the video. So, anywho, let's get to it. Alright, so we started off, and the first thing we did was a cafe theater mission. Now, the objective was to retrieve some garments, but as usual, I managed to make a tit of myself by jumping off of a building pretty much immediately. This was like less than a minute into the episode. So, as you can imagine, the stealth approach did not work so well here, because I air assassinated a dude in plain sight. Now, these guys are level 3, which at the point I was at was kind of a challenge. Not really terribly challenging, but they put up enough of a challenge that I had to be on guard. I actually got murdered by a couple of them once, and well, let's just say me and snipers are not friends. Yeah, as soon as I saw that this guy was locking onto me, I was like, I need to get up there right now. I figured I'd kill him and try to get him as quickly as I could, but as you can see, he had some disagreements about that. See, he thought he should continuously kick me off of a ledge over and over again, whereas I thought he should have this happen to him. Yeah. His neck can eat the ground, but he won't be eating anything anymore. So, yeah, the objective of this mission was to get those garments, understandable. Pretty simplistic mission. It was just a short little side mission, and I used some of the cafe theater funds to upgrade or renovate rather the exterior upgrade I believe was the one that I bought, which I should be showing in just a second. But yeah, definitely glad that they brought that back, by the way. I missed having renovations, which they were in 4 and they're still kind of meaningless, but you actually get the sense that you're building stuff back up. And it's in Rogue too, in a little bit of a different form, but what can you do? So that exterior opens up a new cafe mission, just like all of our renovations do. But I decided, oh hey, that's a well. I'm gonna go try to do this like I did in Machinations. And you should be seeing about now about how well that worked out for me. Now, you can go down there. For some reason, the game was just really, really, really mean to me at that point. And I kept trying, but eventually I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go fail to climb something else. And I ran away like a little girl. So, kind of fed up with side missions, I was like, hey, let's do some story shit. So, now, this was the unfortunate part of this was, Elgato's 2.0.1, I believe it is, or 2.1.0 software, either it wasn't out or I had not heard about the download at the time. So I could not separate the commentary audio from the game audio, which was actually not corrupted. Not well, the commentary audio wasn't corrupted anyway. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to rely on subtitles for this one. Um, it's really nothing special. This cutscene, I didn't feel like we were missing out on a whole hell of a lot. Uh, but what have you? Stuff being what it is, the only thing that you really need to know is that you get the Phantom Blade in this cutscene. But I will still show it in its entirety, because it is important information. And Yabber the Grandmaster talks on. He is not my favoriteest of people. Yeah, no, definitely not my favorite person in the world. But the Phantom Blade is it's a nice addition. So I guess I can forgive that cutscene for its transgressions against my cause of not being annoying to my audience. Anyhow, I believe it gives us both right off the bat Berserker and Sleep Darts. So, on the way to the mission, I found this Pisces Nostradamus thing. Now it's almost like future me was reaching back and told me, just run the fuck away. Those will be the most annoying things you will ever do in this game. And I was right. I hate Nostradamus puzzles. Looking back, and you guys, I'm not going to spoil anything, but in a couple episodes, you just wait. You'll see. So this was our contact here that we had to interact with. Um, it was basically just a middleman contact. You get the mission to go talk to that guy so that he can send you a couple blocks over. It's some arbitrary video game bullshit. You know how it goes. They do this kind of crap all the time. There's really not a whole lot to say about that. It's a gaming sin that everybody can kind of forgive by this point. So, apart from that, our objective is to get in there and steal those documents. So, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be all stealthy heist about this stuff. And yeah, that's it's gonna go about as well as you see it going right now. Now, I was very, very lucky to get away with that. Let's not make any excuses about that. But I forgot about one little thing. I can't get away with that bullshit forever. And these guys are 4-star, which I didn't actually realize at the time I was doing this. So I can hold my own against these guys, but as you can see, it's not turning out too well for me. It's about to take a turn for the worst, and my frantic attempts to keep myself alive are in vain. And while I'm on the ground, stab, stab, pistol, stab. Yeah, this was the part where I start to get wrecked. So not much to say about this part. It's a pretty straightforward fight. You can presumably just steal them off the guy, but I mean, what fun is that? And it goes to hell right about here. Yeah. I got fucking executed because he spammed that move. So I've seen a lot of people complaining that they think the game is very unfair, which honestly it can be pretty frustrating at times. Because they don't give you a whole hell of a lot of warning when enemies are gonna be just balls to the wall in your face. But I mean, you have all the tools you need there for you to take care of the situation. So this is me trying to be a little bit more stealthy about it this time. Because I noticed that dude was looking back, so I figured as soon as they start walking away, I can take that dude out. And Phantom Blades. Am I gonna go Phantom or Berserk? It looks like I chose Berserk. Probably in retrospect, not what I would have done. But I do have this nasty habit of being like, hey, this is gonna be funny to watch this guy get killed by all of his teammates. And it wasn't a half bad idea because, as you can see, chaos just ensues. So rather than taking an active role, I'm just gonna sit back and watch as this unfolds. Yeah. You remember how he was like murdering me? I also made the not so smart decision of jumping in. Because I figure, hey, they'll be distracted with him. Completely forgot, yeah, video game logic says that not as soon as you aggro them, they're going to start attacking you. Also, they just killed him, so now I have to fight both of them. Now, you'd think my reaction at the time would be, oh, holy shit, my distraction just died. But my reaction was, yeah, I'm going to kill all of these people. So, yeah. It could have turned out it could have turned out worse. I I I succeeded ish. I mean, I managed to counterblock and kill everyone in the room with a really awesome execution. That is one of my favorite executions, by the way. You get to see two of my favorite executions in this episode. The other one being the one I did on the sniper on the rooftop, where he slashes them and then stabs their neck into the ground. Yeah, there's something to be said for brutality when it comes to executions. You almost want them to be visceral, or something that really skirts that line between fun to do and disturbing. Like oh my, like when you see the guy get the sword impaled through his neck, it kind of makes your throat clench a little, because it's like, if that happened to me, what would I do? And this reminds you of all the ways that things could go wrong. Speaking of all the ways that things could go wrong, I chose to head to the rooftops to survey this area. This was actually the right decision because all of my targets were on ground level. I'm supposed to speak? Yeah. So they expect you to be stealthy about this, but I'm like, crowd cover, son. There was literally no reason to fight any of the guards in that area. So I said, hey, why not take the easy way out? Now, this guy thinks he's gonna shoot me, but I'm gonna get away way before he even gets a chance to do that, because I'm a freaking baller, son. Also, because, he realizes that if he were to shoot me, I would turn around and stab him in the face 17 times. Not 16, not 18, 17. Why? Because even though it's not a multiple of 7, it does have the number 7 in it. So, as you can tell, this is gonna be quite a bit shorter of a video than I usually go for. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We're gonna keep this one right around 15 minutes because I don't want it to get too stale with the post commentary. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and have a good one. Bye bye.